Hey everyone, my name is Sophie Wheeler and I'm an intern for the Office of Sustainability at CSUDH. And in this quick video, I'm going to go over a few tips for using your sewing kit. So you see here, you have your sewing kit, and then these are the infographics that were also handed out to you. And so in this video, I'm just going to be going over a couple of the stitches that you can do using this kit. First, I'm going to be going over the whip stitch, followed by the slip stitch or the ladder/blind stitch. Before we get started, go ahead and reference your infographic about threading the needle and go ahead and do that first part yourself so that when we go to the next slide, you will have your needle already threaded. Okay, so the first one I'm going to be going through is the whip stitch. So first I'll go through some images and then I'll play you a short demonstration video. So for your whip stitch, here we have our little sample of fabric. You can see you are going to fold the first flap of fabric back and push the needle through the back layer of fabric as seen in the first image. The second step is you're going to just thread that needle all the way through to the end. You're then going to bring the needle back to the front, and this time you're going to push through both layers of fabric. So in the first step, we pushed through the back layer of fabric, then we brought it all the way through back to the front, and now we're going to thread the needle through both layers of fabric. So, and after doing that, you're just gonna thread the needle all the way through, and you just completed your first whip stitch, which you can see an example of in picture 4. Okay, here's a little video. So you see I thread it through the back layer of fabric all the way through, then I bring it back to the front and thread it through both layers of fabric, and once again all the way through, and there's your whip stitch. And then you just keep doing this all the way along um, until you get to the end of fabric or however big of a sewing job you're trying to do. So you can see I keep just threading the needle through both layers of fabric, pulling it all the way through, pulling it tightly, and just keep doing this all the way along the seam. And there's your whip stitch. Next, we have the ladder, or also known as the blind stitch. So to do this one, you want to make sure that your fabric has folds. So you can see here, I have a piece of fabric, and I have it held together with pins. You can also iron down the folds, whatever works easier to you. Whatever works easier for you or whatever sewing job you're trying to accomplish. So first, after you make sure you have your fabric with the folds, you're going to push the needle through the back fold of fabric only. So you can see that here, just through the back. And then after you pull that all the way through, you're going to go directly across from where you first inserted the needle on the back fold of fabric and go directly across and thread the needle through that front fold of fabric. So you see here for number 4, we took that needle through the front fold of fabric and pulled it all the way through tightly. Then you're just gonna, move the needle directly across again to the back fold. So you see here, we just went back the other way to the back fold of fabric, and then you're gonna push the needle through the back fold and pull that tightly as well. Now you're just gonna keep doing this back and forth from the back fold to the front fold, and that's how you do a ladder/blind stitch. And now I'll show you a quick demonstration video. So there's your fabric with your 2 folds, very important. So you see first here, I thread the needle through that back layer of fabric, right up through the fold. Then I go directly across, excuse my nails, directly across to the other fold and pull tightly. Then you just go back to the back fold again from the front fold and pull that tightly. Go back to your other fold, your front fold, and pull that tightly. And like I said, you just keep doing this back and forth all the way down until you have like a closed seam. And my technique isn't the best, but with more practice, you can make it look a lot prettier than that. And that's it. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any further questions, you can contact the Sustainability Club at csudhsustainability1@gmail.com or online at www.csudh.edu/sustainability. Thanks so much.